back to the Back Then When podcast. I'm Clay Gregory, where we bridge eras, preserve culture, and build legacy. And, I got my road dogs, my co-hosts with me today.
How y'all doing? I'm Thax.
What's going on, y'all? Back again. I'm Mustafa.
All right. And we got a special guest with us. We got a longtime Washingtonian, John Cheeks, thorough dude. And, John, you're one out of 291 or 92 million. Like, you are somebody who's had an experience that most people dream about. You hit the big thing.
Yeah.
The lottery.
Yeah, but you lost another 300 million.
Wow. Okay.
I'm 1 out of 500 million.
Wow.
I hit both odds.
Oh,
Jeez, man. Okay, so first and foremost, did you got somebody in the family got a chicken foot, or did you dream up some numbers? Like, where did the numbers come from? Let's start there.
That's a deep one, brother. That's deep. My ancestors gave me the insight to a lot of my numerical. This is called a numerical order.
Okay.
We all have it.
Okay.
Trust me.
Okay.
When I tell you, you have one, he has one, and Mustafa, you have one. We all have numerical common order. Nothing complicated. Like some engineers use differential equations.
Okay.
I didn't use differential equations.
Okay.
I used my standard numerical common order. Could be your birth month, singular, or combined with someone who you were involved with.
Mm-hmm.
It's a variety of things, but the numbers I used to win was, let's see, me and my mother's combination birth month is 7. 3, her month is March, mine is 4, April.
Wow.
My brother and mother, 12 and 3, that was 15. 23, that's a universal number for me. That's my 419, that's 23. My mother's, here again, go back to her, that's 23 for her also, March 20th, 3 and 20. Then my grandmother, who, of course, I was a favorite grandchild.
Everybody says that.
No. She allowed me to get away with whatever I wanted to get away with. When my other cousins couldn't do it, they would come to me to go do the dirty work for them because they knew that nothing would happen.
right.
So I called on her. You got to call your ancestors. When you're doing special work, you got to call.
Yeah.
And that's within all of us who are descendants of slaves.
Absolutely.
Or Afro-descendants, or however you want to call yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
I called on her, and I wrote her number in there. And then, of course, my little sister, her power common number is 40, 10, and 30, October 30th. And, of course, the Powerball came out as number 2. I played that because my younger brother, December 2nd. So all of those numbers came out in that fashion. Now, granted, I had other relatives who shared those common variables with me, okay, with that, but I didn't go that deep into it.
Yeah.
But that night, when I found out that I won.
Yeah, what was it? And you got to pause right there, bro. Because I think every one of us in our lifetime has sat there with some numbers and said, "Man, let this be the night." Yeah, and you always dream for a minute of thinking, like, "Man, if that thing hits for me, what am I gonna do?
What am I gonna do with the money?"
Yeah. So what was that night like? Talk to us about it.
I was arguing with my accountant.
Okay.
I was setting up a business plan.
Wow.
For my bank.
Okay.
And to be a banker, you cannot be in debt.
That's right.
And if you're married, your woman can't be in debt.
That's right.
Okay. If you're dating a woman, you got to ask her, how much debt are you in? And she's got to truthfully disclose that. Because if you decide to, marry her or something,
you accumulate her debt.
Yes. It can't be any extra freight. Okay. And my accountant was getting on me about my debt sheet, who I owed. I've got a tab, a running tab, who I owe. I know exactly how much I owe and what persons IO, whether it's DC or wherever in this country. It came out to like, I think about $4.9 million, but that's over a 30-year period.
Got you.
You got to count everything, whether it's $1 or $1 million. You got to count it.
Right.
And you got to have a trustee or a group in place to go and find them to pay them. My investors, they were ready to do it, okay, but I had to disclose my debt. They didn't say no, they just wanted to see how far you were. They were ready to pay the debt off, and I had to promise them that I would not raise my debt ceiling after that. That debt included home, personal debt, friends that I might have owed,
Right.
Family members. You got to add everybody in there.
Right.
And that night, my accountant was very nervous because we had an investor ready to loan me $500 million to start the bank. The bank to start the home trust, so that our black people can now become bona fide homeowners. And the way that I had it designed was that we were not going to foreclose on our people. We were just going to make it a trust note, okay, so that we don't have to face that ugly eviction or foreclosure like so many of us have had people in our family. My mother was one. My father had a policy, an insurance policy, and when he died, they didn't pay her for it.
Goodness
Yeah,
gracious.
I watched all that.
Around what year was that?
No, that was in the 70s.
That's why we
That was
don't
in the
have. That's why
70s.
we don't have that big word called legacy.
Yeah, yeah. That was stripped. It was a common practice that insurance companies would take policies from black people, and then say, "Oh, your payment was due on this date.
Some kind of loophole.
Okay, but you mailed it in a week before, but somehow the mail never got there in time."
So
And she lost her. She tried to hang on as long as she could, and it was getting unbearable, so she let it go. Okay, and I had to grow up watching that, and that was in the back of my mind. I wasn't old enough to do anything about it, But now, looking forward, I know the insurance company. I know where they are.
Yeah.
That's in the back of my mind to go back and bring them forward.
that's right.
But here again, I'm trying to let certain things go. I don't, I don't want to become militant on your show
Right.
and start talking.
Well, because the thing is we right now where we are is we're talking about the night that you realized, that you had the
Okay.
winning numbers, man.
All right.
After arguing with my accountant,
Uh-huh.
who was very nervous
Uh-huh.
if I disclosed all my debt
Mhm.
to the investors,
Yeah.
okay, because they were out of $500 million, they were going to allow me to have $10 million to myself. One, to pay off all my debts, and whatever that's left over, that's got to last me for the next, I think the guy said, 10 years. Okay? Because they wanted to make sure that my real estate portfolio was sound and I had people buying homes or whatever else we were doing from us. See, we were carrying our own notes.
Right.
But the accountant and I had some big arguments. It was about 11:30 at night, and we would back and forth. Did you leave anything out? No, I didn't leave anything out. I mean, seriously, this is very serious. He said, "Well, what if somebody pops up and says you owe him $100,000?" I said, "Well, I'll pay him out of the money that I have left over." And then we left, hung up, because we were both tired of each other at that point.
Right.
I didn't tell you the choice words we used with each other.
Okay,
but-
so that's fine.
But it's
we
okay.
can imagine.
Yeah, but so it was about 12, I think it was about midnight. I turned on my computer. I don't own a television.
Okay.
I strictly look at my computer.
Mhm.
I turned on my computer, went to the DC.
The numbers.
Yeah, the DC website, the Office of Lottery and Gaming website. Hit the Powerball information. It popped up, and I looked. I said, "Those numbers look familiar." And I looked again. I went into my shirt pocket, you know,
Yeah.
pulled it out. I reared back. I thought about my accountant. I said, I'm not going to tell him nothing. Swear to God, I didn't jump and shout.
Wouldn't either.
Yeah.
No. Because we were setting up to build the company.
Yeah.
You know, we were going with an empire. This bank is gonna go for the next 200 years. Okay, we're not gonna stop it at 50 years. We're gonna go for 200. So I reared back. I said, okay, I don't have to tell him nothing. I'm gonna let him think I need him.
Right.
And I'm gonna do the jugular act on him.
Yeah.
You remember the Batman movie with Morgan Freeman?
Oh, absolutely.
And they
one
canned
was that?
Morgan Freeman and made him work underground in the
Yeah,
basement.
yeah.
And he was inventing all kinds
Yeah,
of
of
stuff.
course.
Yeah.
And then when Bruce Wayne rose up, Morgan rose up.
Yeah.
And Morgan looked at the guy, didn't you read the memo? So nevertheless, I didn't jump, shout. I was happy.
Yeah.
I was happy. I'm not going to lie. I was happy.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
Yeah. I'm not even going to sit here and say I was calm.
Of
course.
I was calm and happy. I was both. I was at the,
Who was the first person? So I want to stay right there in that.
I
calm
called
and
a
happy.
buddy of mine up.
Yeah.
My old school buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I said, hey man, it was about 12:45. I said, hey man, I hit the lottery.
What do you say? You lying?
No,
That's what he had
no,
to say that.
Well,
He thinking
he
3
said
or
no.
4 digits or something.
He said, hey, let me pour myself a drink, man.
Okay,
He goes, John,
okay.
I got to hear this one.
Yeah.
I said, I won the lottery. He said, get out of here. I said, no, I'm telling you. He said, my stars in heaven. I can finally divorce this damn woman.
Oh my.
Everybody has a bucket list.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh Lord.
I said, look, man, I'm not telling
Hope
you
you
to
ain't say
divorce.
that
I'm not
out
telling
loud.
you to divorce your woman,
Oh,
Yeah.
but
That's
please, you know, you think don't
Yeah, man.
don't push it too
Chill
quick.
out, Slim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to, man. She been giving me problems.
Oh man.
I said, well, you know,
And that's gonna solve it.
Okay. So you called your homie and y'all had a conversation, and I can just only imagine, like, in that moment, it's just almost like a sense of like validation, bliss. Because I mean, again, you weren't somebody who was uneducated and not much going on in your life, and just hoping that the lottery would bring you a new life. Like you were somebody who had plans, you had a vision, and all of this stuff. So to have seen those numbers hit, I mean, one would say the first thing you thinking is thank you, Lord, right? But there had to been a sense of like validation for who, you know, the things that you poured into.
I saw my life flash in front of me.
Oh, wow.
I saw people, you know, from people that I owed money to, from past relationships, from present relationships. I saw all that come before me. I heard my grandmother's voice.
Wow.
I used her number, 32. That's her power number, 12 and 20. We all have power numbers too.
Yeah.
Okay, and I used that, and it worked. It worked. So after that, you know, back to my friend.
Mm-hmm.
He started pouring himself drinks.
Yeah. Okay.
This was at 12:30 at night. Wow. Yeah, he was drinking. I didn't have anything to drink.
Yeah.
You know, I was tired from debating with my accountant
Right.
if I gave him the correct debt sheet.
And that's his man. That's your man, right? He was like, we hit the.
Yeah.
Right,
We
right.
hit the
Because you hadn't even told him already how much.
No, I didn't tell him that. I did
You
tell him.
didn't say Powerball. See, this is real technical.
Right.
You said Powerball,
You gotta
said
be
lottery.
specific.
Because if you
Yeah.
say Powerball, man, he.
Yeah. Well, let me get back to that.
we all quit that job. and walk-
Oh, he flipped when I told him Powerball. He flipped.
Okay.
He said, man, I'm staying in the basement, man. I don't want to go upstairs and look at that woman, man. I'm getting ready to roll.
Okay.
I said, wait a minute, man, hold up here. And then he said, okay, hold up. He goes, you hold up. I said, well, what's going on? He said, take a picture of that screenshot. I said, what I need to take a picture for? He goes, look, man, take a picture. Take one right now. That's what I did.
Good advice.
Okay, that's what
Yeah,
I did.
buddy.
Good advice.
And then he said, "Hey, don't call anybody else."
Good advice.
He said, and "By the way, how much was the jackpot?"
There we go.
Can we hear the numbers?
340 million.
Oh man. Oh man.
He screamed at the top of his lungs. I didn't scream.
Yeah.
I screamed with her.
Yeah.
No, I live in a little row house, and,
Yeah.
and the walls are paper thin.
Yeah.
I'm screaming now.
It's crazy. His friend more excited than he is.
Yeah,
Like,
he
we-
screamed at the
it's a
top of
we.
his lungs.
Yeah.
We did
His
that.
house is
We
big
did
enough to
that.
where they can't hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, he screamed at the top of his lungs.
Okay. Okay.
And he said, "Hey, don't call anybody. Don't call anybody. Don't call nobody.
Yeah.
Stay low." I said, "Okay, fine." So
So okay, follow-up question to that. So first, after seeing something like that, I'm sure, like I said, you've probably felt a sense of validation, probably some joy, right? What was the next emotion that you felt? Like after the joy and excitement, what was the next thing? And I would also start to feel a little anxious or nervous because
course.
Very.
you see shows called Lottery Lost Ruined My Life and all of that,
Oh, of
and you
course.
don't know all of the energies that are going to be coming to you. But what was that next thing you felt?
I thought about my sons.
Okay.
Yeah, I have two sons.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, one is 32 and the other is 29. You know, so I thought about that.
Okay.
I said, well, this is going to be unique.
Yeah.
Should I say anything to them or just test them and see what happens? A lot of times as parents, you got to test your children.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, you got to see if they're ready for,
I like
for
that.
prime time.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
right. There you go.
Dad need a ride to the store. Can you pick me up, son?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. I get that.
oh, Dad, I got to go see my girl, man.
Oh,
I
yes.
said, excuse me? You got to go see who?
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
me over here, girl. Where we
Okay,
going?
okay, you got it.
Bet.
I said, now when you're tired of seeing your girl, come and give Dad a ride to the store. I need to talk to you. He never came.
Okay.
So
Oh,
I
my
never told him.
goodness. Right.
Wow.
But he found out through the media.
Wow.
Bet she wanted to pick you up then.
Oh, he called.
He's
He
gonna pick you
oh
up,
boy,
yeah.
he called.
And
But
spaceship.
That's a shame. I
no,
mean,
no,
but
no. It's just
it is what it is.
it's how
it's
some
how
young
it is.
people are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Busy-minded too, though. You know, some young
I
people.
was a young man. You know.
Yeah, we
I
all
was
know.
dating, but
Yeah.
I had time to go and
Yeah.
Yeah, it,
see
it,
see
it
my
depends
mother
on
or
your
my uncle.
personality.
My
Yeah,
uncle
'cause I'm
called
gonna be
me.
like that as well.
You know,
what
I mean,
mean?
I
Yeah.
I had to do all that. You know, I was expected to do that.
Absolutely.
But back to the win, this day 2 of the win. I turned on my computer again, and I saw 2 sets of numbers, and I got very upset about that. You know, because 2 sets of numbers means that you got to share that jackpot with anybody else who
Got the same numbers, right?
who has the same numbers.
Yeah.
So I called my buddy up, same one. He said, all right. He goes, is your numbers there? I said, yeah. He goes, well, what you complaining about? I said, well, I don't know. He said, take a picture. So I took a picture,
Uh-huh.
and that was it. From that point on, you know, on January 10th, I went to the office of Lottery and Gaming in Southeast to redeem my ticket.
So this is
chair, right?
this
Yeah,
is
the big chair.
this is 3
Big chair.
days. It's 3 days since you hit, or
Yeah, three days after.
okay.
3
so,
days after.
So
3
you're
days
talking. So you hit January 7th at night.
At night.
Okay.
It was almost midnight.
And
That's almost
then
eighth.
you saw these different numbers on. Is that on the
The
8th?
next day, yeah.
The next 8th.
Yeah.
What time did you check? Like what and what
that
prompted
was
you to
that
check?
was during the daytime.
Okay.
You know,
All
I
right.
wanted to make sure.
You just want to double look at
Yeah,
it.
'cause
Just
I
look at
just-
it again, right? Okay.
Yeah, I had dismantled my laptop.
Okay.
To make sure that I wasn't seeing things.
Yeah.
Man. You know, so I took that picture. That was it.
Okay.
So let me stop there. You called a friend. You took a picture. We just trying to get the scenarios right. Then what?
That was it. I didn't call anybody else. You
Kept
know,
it to yourself.
I kept it to myself.
Went to sleep. Were you able to sleep that night?
Yes, I did.
So-
Slept like a baby.
I had a
or-
few drinks.
Okay.
I had a few drinks.
Yeah,
You
few
called a
drinks.
friend, took a pic.
I
went
lit
to
my
sleep.
grill. I
That's
lit my
all
grill by
DC,
myself.
baby.
Okay.
So let's
Lit the
let's
grill. What
get
you
to
throw on the
when-
grill?
Let's get to when you went to this.
I had, let's see, I had hamburgers.
Okay.
I go to the Safeway over in Georgetown.
Okay.
Okay.
They have those good thick hamburger
Okay.
packs.
So,
Yeah, I had chicken breasts. It was during the wintertime. It was a little cold, so I couldn't really throw down. But,
yeah.
Right.
but I grill no matter what time.
That's right. That's right.
What temperature it
Oh,
is
yeah,
out there.
yeah,
I don't
that's how
care.
you
It could
do
be
it.
snowing around. I'm gonna light my grill.
That's right.
So yeah, I just laid low. You know, I thought about everything that I had planned to do, from the Home Trust Bank to slavery compensation, the depository bank. Because we're going to have to set up a depository bank so that when they start funneling money to us, we have a place to actually keep it. Because right now we can't get it because we don't have any banks set up within our own community.
I do remember Industrial
Major.
Bank. What happened?
Oh, industrial banks still around?
It's still around. Okay.
Yeah, but we got to have a bank specifically designed to hold $58 trillion. Divide 8 into 58 trillion, you're going to have that much money in each one of those depositories. We're not going to have a bank, we're going to have a depository.
And see, that goes over a lot of us
Those heads,
lay
yeah.
people.
Layman, yeah.
Lay person, we that's just going over our heads.
No,
So when well, that's why I want you,
you're okay.
Mr. Cheeks. That's why I want. No, that's fine. This is educational. This is a community-based platform. So
That's
please explain. First, explain what you meant by slavery compensation, because it sounds like that would be something like reparations, but it's totally opposite. Correct?
Yes, it is.
So explain that.
We want to stay away from, I shouldn't say that, but stay far away from the word reparations, because that's a taxpayer-sponsored order. And when you get taxpayers involved in sponsoring money to pay somebody else, that can come with all kind of tricks, okay? You know, you might have to go and declare war against Mother Africa. Are you ready to go over there and hold a bayonet and a gun or drones
Right.
to storm the shorelines of Western Africa? Huh? In the name of reparations? Because they owe us reparations. The United States doesn't owe us that. The United States owes us slavery compensation, free labor,
Okay.
Okay.
okay, without payments,
I got you.
okay? They owe us that. That's a fact.
Right.
That's $1.8 million. You, our children, everybody, 1.8 million. That's what we're owed right now, and they know it.
So how would one, Mr. Cheeks? How would one establish a bank? I mean, like,
I've already started.
okay,
It's called the American Recovery Trust Corporation.
okay.
That's gonna be my second bank.
And we talking about brick and mortar
We putting one up.
in DC.
We're gonna start it here.
That's great.
Okay.
We have to start here because this is the only place that takes traction when you're
Okay.
doing something bold like this.
Yeah, that's
So
very
you
bold.
were inspired.
I think we want to try to tie these parts together because
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
we talked about we're at a place in the story where you have a winning lottery ticket. You just came to a realization that there's that the screen is showing something that's a little controversial because now instead of it being one number, it's two numbers. And then you mentioned that on January 10th, 23, you went down there.
Yeah.
And before you went down there, right? What was the game plan? Like you got some people they go with the sunglasses and the hat. You know, they go in like Ghostface,
That's
right?
right.
So
I had
okay.
my hat.
All right.
I think I didn't have this one on. I had my other.
Okay.
You look
might-
smooth, right?
Yeah, you look sharp. Okay.
You might see Jamie Foxx with that hat.
Okay.
You got that hat from me.
I know.
Okay.
I would have went down there looking like, you know what I
So
mean?
you had a game plan on
Hollywood.
what you were gonna wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then as you're going in, was there a voice in you that said that this is going to be a smooth transaction, or what was your
I
inner
didn't
voice saying?
have any guiding voices. I
Okay.
didn't have any guiding voices
Okay,
of any of my ancestors talking to me when
Okay.
I went in there.
right.
Okay, it was silence.
Okay,
I called on my buddy out in McLean, Virginia. I shouldn't say buddy, my associate,
okay,
my business associate.
okay.
He handles all of my international affairs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, wherever I want to go in the world, he'll look it up and say, okay, yeah, we can go there, John. No, John, we can't go there. You know, or you're going to have to take some Army Rangers with you if you want to go there. So, you know, I mean, he gives me advice to go there. So when I had to call him, I didn't want to tell my accountant nothing. I still haven't told him nothing.
Yeah,
So I called the one who I knew wouldn't call him.
right. Okay.
You know, so he came to get picked me up, rode me over to Southeast, and man, walked in there. It was clear, nobody there. So I told the guy behind the counter, I said, I'd like to, you know, redeem my lottery ticket. Oh, no problem, sir. And I'm looking at him, you know, he's looking at me. So I took it out of my envelope, and I placed it up to the glass wall because I
You
wasn't
weren't
going to
gonna give it to him.
No,
Okay, I know that's right.
No,
That's
no.
right. Yeah, I would show it to you.
Oh, I put it
Yeah,
up to
look at
the
it from
wall.
a
I put it
distance.
up to the window.
Y'all seen the movie Lottery? The Lottery?
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Okay,
No,
go ahead, brother.
So he looked at that. He goes, oh, yeah, I know this. I said, okay, well, what do we do next? Well, I'm sorry, sir. We made a mistake.
He said it.
He said it.
The guy at the front. Wow.
At the window.
Hold up.
And what the mistake is, we saw the numbers, and here's the ticket. Where's the mistake?
He admitted that they made a mistake with my lottery ticket.
So,
I'm confused.
well, okay. So your first reaction, I'm sure, is, look, at this point, you might not even be angry because it hasn't set in, because you probably think that he might know what he's talking about. Did you ask for someone else, or did he try to break down what happened? Did you know?
He tried to persuade me to throw my lottery ticket
Oh.
away.
Oh,
He said, there's the trash can.
he tripping.
Yeah.
He was
yeah.
tripping.
At that point, you know, there's a saying in D.C., wherever you're from in the city.
Yeah.
Should I get Southeast?
Hey, man,
Should I
we get
reach
ready.
back and
We get
curse,
ready, you know what I'm
shout,
saying?
holler,
Yeah.
jump,
You know,
Yeah.
that's
fight somebody? You know,
Yeah.
go get some help.
It's-
You know,
it-
but
it-
I didn't do that. I carried
good.
myself in a respectful manner, and I you know, my associate was out in the hallway. They wouldn't let him in.
Because they brought you in. Was it a back area or
No,
something?
it's the
Okay.
claim
It's
center.
separate,
Oh, the claim center.
But they were
okay.
only having one person at a time. They didn't
Okay.
want
Yeah.
two people to witness. See, all I needed him was to be there to hear and see that.
Yeah.
But it's okay. That was a huge letdown at that point in time. But I knew that I would prevail. You know, because
Absolutely.
that's when I heard the voice of my grandmother. You know.
And
Every-
you got this picture that you took.
You got all the evidence.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm just sitting here confused. You had the winning ticket,
Yes.
but when you got there to redeem your funds, they said we made a mistake.
Absolutely.
I'm lost with what
What was
mistake?
the mistake?
What was
yeah,
the
that's a
mistake?
good question.
They said the system erred. That's what they told me in court. The system erred. Okay? That's what they told the judge. 2 months, 2 months later, I had to go before the judge in D.C. Superior
Because that's
Court.
how long it takes. Because when did you?
Well, I didn't know a lot of details.
Yeah,
I had to walk around in 2 months in suspense.
Okay.
But I heard the voices of my ancestors telling me to hold on, relax. You know, I can hear my grandmother say, baby, you're going to hit it 3 more times. Don't worry about it.
Wow.
Let them think they got you. They don't have you.
Wow.
I can hear her voice just as clear as she was sitting right next to me. And
Yeah, I know this.
It's all right,
I know
brother.
this hurts.
It's all right,
Take
man.
your time.
Yeah,
I mean,
Take your
this
time
is,
with this.
I'm
This is
feeling
serious.
like I'm feeling this right now because you know, people work hard. We know people work hard every day, especially in our city. You know, and people, you know, I don't play the numbers. I feel lucky sometimes, and I'll just go play a number, play a random Powerball. I let the system pick the number. You know, I rarely pick the number out, and you know, you if you're somebody that plays the Powerball on a normal basis, it's part of your life. You know, you get off work. You know, my grandmother played the lottery till she was dead. You know, she had all the books, and you know, and I would go play the number for her, and you
man
know, she
won the
play. You
lottery.
know, and if your number comes up, you hit.
Well,
You expect to get
well,
your money for the time and energy that you have put in playing those numbers.
I wasn't a chronic player,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
played when the jackpot
When it
reached a
got
certain
high.
level.
Yeah.
Right,
And I
Same
played with a purpose. I didn't play for fun.
right.
right.
That's what it sounds like.
I knew once I hit what I was going, what I made a truth in the pack with our ancestors to do.
Absolutely.
Because what
It was
I'm
time.
hearing,
your
is
time.
this is Mr. Cheeks. You're a man with a vision, and you have like it seems as if you've taken on the call of solving a tremendous issue
Crisis.
crisis
crisis.
that has impacted our community, and you know you've taken on basically our community on your shoulders, and you were already working and fighting to figure out a way to bring healing and bring economic justice
Yes.
to people. And right at the crux of this battle or this journey, you know, the ancestors spoke.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
You got
And they spoke magnificently, even to the point where your friend said to you, take a picture. Okay, and so to have all of that, and again, maybe this sense of like validation for all that you've done, and then to run into a wall, which is, oh, we made a mistake.
That's, they don't understand.
Well, not only that, you don't understand the 2 month. I call it the conditional 2 month mile.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I didn't know how many other people won the lottery with me.
And I don't mean to pause you, but there's a Martin Lawrence episode where he thought he won the lottery, and he thought he won for a couple $1 million.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, yeah, I
And then
remember
there was
that.
like 1,000 people who
yeah,
ended up winning. He only ended up winning like $30.
Yeah.
But that wasn't your case, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But I could tell you on March 20th, if you all remember, that's my mother's birthday. That was my court hearing on that day, March 20th.
Wow.
That was serious.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
At D.C. Superior. In front of Judge Mettle Rankin.
Judge Rankin.
Judge Rankin.
Very familiar.
She's a very serious and hard,
Yes.
no
Her father
nonsense
was on the
judge.
bench, wasn't it?
I believe so. I'm not sure. And of course, she held the first hearing. She got it right. She got it right. The 2 months of mystery, not knowing how many I had to share it with, how much I had coming. There was no level of excitement during that 2 months. You know, so I didn't tell anyone.
Of course.
I kept it really.
Okay.
right. You kept it hush.
And then you found out who your friends were. You found out who your naysayers were, and all kinds of stuff. So that helped me through this process. When Judge Mettle Rankin, when we went before her, she asked for certain things by the defendants, D.C. government. She asked them, okay, how many people in the District of Columbia won this lottery, this Powerball? Mr. Cheeks is, Your Honor. So that was one level of
Wow.
excitement.
Yeah.
That was one. That wasn't big. It was one.
Yeah.
Because keep in mind, there's two sets of numbers there that she's scrolling, and then she's looking at my ticket.
So just to clarify, so the second set of numbers that they put up, nobody hit that.
No one hit that.
Okay. So
If
only
someone
and
would
only
have hit that, I would have had to have shared it,
Oh, yeah.
With
the
the second
jackpot,
person.
with the second.
And when
so
I'm hearing
out of the
it-
two numbers, you hit the first number that they showed,
Yes,
and there was no one else who
No
hit
one
that
else hit
number
that
or
number.
the second number.
or the second.
Okay.
So
doesn't
I
sound
beat
like-
the odds of 598 million
Goodness
people.
gracious.
Okay,
And it doesn't sound like they have a,
598
they had a,
that's right.
it doesn't sound like they have, unless you haven't gotten to it yet, but telling you there was an error, and then it sounds even in court, it doesn't sound like they have
Well-
anything that makes sense.
Well, the mechanics of it can be a little difficult, but back to what Judge Mitchell
Yeah.
Rankin, she got it right the first time. I give her credit. That was my best experience in D.C. Superior Court, information-wise and judicial-wise.
Okay.
The questions that she asked, she said, okay,
Bless her heart.
how many people in the country won the lottery with these numbers? Mr. Cheeks is the only winner, Your Honor.
Oh, wow. So hold on, let me make sure.
That's
The
when I got
prosecutor said
excited.
this? The prosecutor or the?
No, the D.C.
attorney, I guess.
Assistant Attorney
There you
General.
go.
She said it,
Okay.
Okay.
okay? And then they got into the description of the numbers of the which was the Powerball, which ones were regular line numbers.
Yeah.
So the judge made her explain all that to
Okay.
her.
Yeah.
You know,
Let me ask a follow-up question to that. So, just like if two people are in business and there's a pot of money and there's a discrepancy over that, you can normally ask for a judge to put a hold on that till we figure out what's happening, right? So
Okay.
sometimes they can freeze accounts
That's what it's called.
until yeah.
Well, that happened in Texas,
okay,
in their lottery situation.
okay,
There was if I can explain it.
sure, please. Yeah.
In Texas, the same year that I won this in January, Texas had their own state lottery. Okay, Texas kept it going, and there was a group of investors out of Germany that came and bought 8 million lottery tickets and flooded their lottery system with random selects. And they won the Texas State Lottery for $90 million. They put out $25 million to get 90.
I think I recall.
No, it's an ongoing.
That's just savvy.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
That's a move.
I like
And-
that. That's a power move.
And with these people here, I had a chance to meet the people who own the lottery system in this country. Their attorney. Yeah, they own it out of Iowa. D.C. is a partner with them. They're very angry, supposedly, at D.C. I don't know. Yeah, because they said D.C. didn't follow protocol.
Ooh, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's some things that I can tell you, that's real. It's not a made-up story. It's factual. It's in the court transcripts.
So that you weren't able to get them to freeze the pot before they went ahead and
No, because I skipped a step.
okay.
I was supposed to have when the judge asked the D.C. Attorney General, Assistant Attorney General, she said, Your Honor, we've made a mistake. She admitted that to the judge right there. They didn't hide it. Said, Your Honor, we made a mistake. So the judge says, okay, you're entitled to a mistake. Where's your public service announcement? We don't have one, Your Honor. You can't claim an error without a public service announcement on a public.
Platform. I got you.
Yeah. You just can't. And if they get away with this with me, they're going to be able to practice that with anybody.
Yeah.
The fight is much bigger than me.
Yeah. They can pick their winners in so many words.
Yeah. So, a lot of things at that point in time, I was happy to know that I was the only winner of this jackpot in the country. Now, they've got insurance. They got errors and omissions insurance to cover this. Okay? So it's like your best friend taking your car and hitting somebody in it while you away on vacation.
Right.
And, you gets your car done.
It's not enough.
but he doesn't take care of the
It's not
person's
enough.
got who you hit.
Right.
It's not enough. It's
And
not
you get a
clear.
letter from that person saying, I'm suing you.
Yeah.
That's what the owners of the Powerball received from me. They said the district didn't inform them that this happened. Okay? So it's a lot of shrouded in secrecy and cover-up motions in this.
So who,
Yeah.
who over, Mr. Cheeks, I'm sure you have found out who actually oversees the DC Lottery Board. Is it a certain part of the DC government?
I don't know who oversees the DC Lottery Board right now, but I'm sure I'll find out in the
Yeah.
next month or two.
So did anybody from the city ever come and say, like, formally, like, apologize and say, you know, we want to own up to this mistake?
No.
You know, we want to
No.
man up, and
No.
have they even tried to come and say, well, look, you know, the system, it was a break, you know, you want, well, the numbers showed it was an issue. We at least just trying to settle with you and give you his $30 million. Like, have they even tried anything like that?
It's been some hearsay, but I've never seen anything hearsay. When I say hearsay,
Yeah.
they've got people coming around and say, hey, man, how much would you take? Or, you know, or would you take this? Would you take that?
Yeah.
But nothing
Official.
official,
Yeah.
you know.
So kind of we're 2.5 years out from that moment of excitement, exhilaration of winning the lottery. You won. I want to say it's really clear. You won the lottery, brother.
Yes, I did.
And, you know, the idea ends up being, you know, American rights, right, you know, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, whatever you want to call it. When you win the lottery, you're supposed to get paid.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so there's a delay. You haven't gotten your money yet. But, like, you know, where are you now in the process of getting paid?
Right now, I had to back out all my cases out of D.C. Superior Court.
Okay.
My case, I had to remove it out because there is no justice in D.C. Superior Court when you're going against D.C. government.
Of course. And it's funny because we've learned that with automobile car insurance companies as well. You hate to have to, if you get in an accident with somebody and they have the same insurance company, or they're gonna lowball you.
Yeah.
I've learned from experience twice
Yeah.
in that kind of situation. And then, like you were just saying, Mr. Cheeks, as far as you had to come out of D.C. Superior Court, then, you know, this to me sounds like it needs to get up to the Supreme Court. This kind of case, like this kind of case looks like it would be in the books. You know how you read
So this won't happen
John
again.
Cheeks versus blah, 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 and it was a Supreme Court, because it seems like they're the only ones that would be able to actually give you some justice.
Yeah, but
On this ad now, have you spoken to anyone that has suggested, because that's a process to get up to the Supreme Court.
well, keep in mind when I was in D.C. Superior Court, I had pretty close to 10 lawyers.
Okay.
10. They couldn't do nothing because the judge had already figured out he was going to protect the district.
And then we got the appeals process, which takes.
They never gave me a trial. I asked for a trial by jury. They kept me on status hearings. They never gave me one
that's a mess.
trial
That's a mess. because
because they knew that if a trial would happen. Plus, the attorneys I had, they left the 300 and
you asked for a jury trial.
yeah,
You know,
they
no
left.
They wouldn't be able to find a jury that's going to side with
Not
them.
side
So they
with
know
them.
that already.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they left my attorney left the $340 million lottery ticket, and he went, by the time he looked at the law and saw everything that came with this as far as injuries or counts, we were at 1.5 billion with a B. And then he filed a third amended complaint, and that went up to 2.4 billion. And that's where he left it for the jury to decide on. And that's when the judge, I think the judge just at that point knew that he had to shut me down. and not give me that trial by jury.
So Mr. Cheeks, they told you it was a system error. So, are you familiar with any independent companies that actually could go in
Go with you.
and see okay?
I don't know of
let's
any.
test this system.
I don't know of any companies, but I do know that there was a case in Iowa that happened, like what happened to me. They had 4,000 people bought lottery tickets, and those numbers came out. This was for a Powerball.
Okay.
Okay, they put numbers out there. Then they realized they put the wrong numbers out there.
Okay.
Supposedly. They don't call them wrong, they call them alternate.
Okay.
Alternate numbers. Their insurance kicked in and paid all the people.
Paid them.
It was no big amount of money, but
yeah.
the
But
principle,
they got, right.
the principle that they
Mr.
were
Cheeks,
paid.
I'm trying to understand this. So you're suing on 8 separate counts, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
8 counts goes into the classification of the injury. Fraud, deceit, misrepresentation, a whole host of things. I can't remember
I can
all the
only
8 counts.
imagine.
But in federal court, I'm representing myself in federal court, starting it off. My new trial in federal
Pro
court.
se?
Yes, indeed. No. That's not a bad word.
Okay.
You got to know when to stop. You've got to know when to stop, and then bring in your team. Just because the firm is big does not mean that they're better. Okay, I can go in there with one good attorney that knows his way, his law, and take him. Okay, that's how simple this is. But they tried to make it look complicated, and it's nowhere near complicated.
Yeah.
Because the proof is in the photographs. They tried to say that the Powerball number 2 in yellow was not. It was a multiplier. So I had to hire an expert to say no. No matter what color it is, if it has an X in the circle with a number, that's the multiplier.
And for
You
our
have
audience,
the Powerball.
what are we referencing here, Mr. Cheeks, for our audience?
Yeah, sure, man.
This is a copy of the screenshot. This is a book that I wrote.
Okay.
It's called the Washington, D.C. Powerball Lottery Cover-Up.
Okay. Exactly what
Part
it is,
1.
straightforward.
Part 1.
Okay.
Part
I'm gonna
1.
read it.
These are the 2 screenshots that I took. The night of, and the second is the day after.
So having this picture, okay, so you can't argue with the picture. So that's what they weren't arguing with that. They just said the system made a mistake. We understand that the system put these numbers out.
They scrubbed the system, sir.
Explain.
They scrubbed it. When I
Explain.
say scrubbed it, they wiped it like it never happened. Had I would not have taken
you
that
wouldn't
picture.
have a case at all.
No
You wouldn't have
case.
an argument.
No
So okay, if a judge, so you're saying a judge hears this or sees this, that you have these screenshots, there's no way in the world that you could have made up.
How do you refute that though? Because
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
day of AI, everybody would say, "Oh, you can jimmy a joint." So how do you?
They didn't deny it was their webpage.
Okay.
Yeah,
They didn't deny that.
Okay.
They
so that's
just
already
scrubbed
court
it.
record.
Yes.
Okay,
They
so-
scrubbed it like
Okay.
it never happened.
Right.
You know, after I think it was Monday, they scrubbed it off the webpage.
Yeah.
So when you well, okay, so they scrubbed it. So you know how you can go back and see lottery numbers, the dates. So the whole numbers. They put
So
some
on
other
the
numbers
day
in
of
there?
Yes, they did.
January.
They put other numbers.
Wait a minute, Mr. Chief.
They put other numbers
Hold
in.
up, Mr. Chief.
I can show
So
you
when
the
you went
numbers
back-
right now.
They went and put some other numbers in.
Yes. Yes.
So hearing this, who the hell wants to play? Who would wants
You
to
got
play
to
the
know how to
lottery
protect
again?
yourself when you win. That's the first part. Don't take the system for granted. Take a photograph of what that system is presenting to you in real time. Make sure you have a screenshot that shows the date at the bottom and your numerical numbers that they're.
But they could do the same thing, Mr. Chief. You take a picture. They could just oh, well, we just wiped it out. You got a picture, but.
Well, they wiped it, but I froze the moment.
Yeah.
The moment is frozen. Now, if they want to go into discovery and let someone come in and check them out,
That's what I was getting at.
you know, they don't refute. They don't refute
Yeah.
any. You know, they just say the system error.
Yeah.
See, that argument is gone. Had I would not have taken this,
It wouldn't even be you.
No,
wouldn't have-
they would have passed me off like I was a fool.
This needs to get, honestly, what could, you know, a regular person like us, regular people do to kind of, this needs to get up to the Supreme, this is a Supreme Court case from what, in my experience,
Definitely.
and it's that much money, and just how it went down as far as those, you're not sugarcoating what they did. They scrubbed the system, and the nerve to put some more numbers in on that same date is very offensive to me. It's bothering me right now. And,
Did
and I
anybody
need
win
to
the money?
see a Supreme Court involved in this case. I've seen them, vote on. I mean, take cases that are much less important than something like this.
I know, but the lottery system, people, to your audience and to the panel here, they make $85 billion a year, and they only pay out maybe $2 billion, and the $85 billion they make is tax free. Now, you and I win. You and I win. We have to pay taxes. Okay. There's no getting around.
You have to. You still got to pay cash for your lottery tickets, right?
Yeah.
You still can't use a card or anything. You still got to pay cash, right?
No, well, in Maryland and Virginia, I think you can use a card.
Okay, because I remember they used to, that's how long it's been since I played. You just only could use cash. So, I mean, I know they're getting money. But most people are still under that probably mindset that you got to pay cash.
Yeah.
So you got people spending thousands of dollars easily. They're making that money easily. Right. And they can't pay somebody out.
It's a huge money grab.
Yeah.
It's huge. Now, when they didn't pay me for my lottery ticket, they kept the lottery going, the Powerball. Mm-hmm. No one hit it until July. Oh, wow. So the lottery,
January,
the lottery,
months.
6 months later.
7 months.
The lottery had grew to $1 billion with my money. That $320 million,
That was
$340 million they used went straight to California.
And
somebody in California won.
And no judge could stop it. Like they couldn't put an injunction on the funds.
I asked for that, but I skipped a step.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the step?
The step was that they were supposed to have allowed me to file a claim.
Right.
They didn't allow me to file a claim.
Okay.
Okay. And Judge Mitchell Rankin said, okay, 2 weeks he should be back in here in front of me.
Right.
That 2 weeks turned into 7 months.
They kept pushing. They kept
And
pushing.
And they would not allow me to get this back in front of her. Okay. So after that, I had to file a new case and then bring it in after the kangaroo court at D.C. Office of Lottery and Gaming. They have their own court, just like this. And you can't bring anyone else in there other than your attorney and other people who are advising you. Okay, and then they make up an order of nonsense for you. And that's how it played out. D.C. Superior, they kept it for 2 years.
So a follow-up question to it, because I think I think common sense would say, and what human behavior would be, is you get that close to something that big, that magnificent, that life-changing, then you're forever almost like tethered to the idea of getting your sense of justice, right? But I guess my question to you is, how much time do you spend on this? And then it sounded like before you got into you went through this experience, you were already moving and shaking. You were already doing things. Are you still kind of working on your other stuff, or
yes.
What's happening?
Yes, I'm still working.
Okay.
I'm still working on the home ownership and.
Okay. And how tethered are you to trying to get that resolved before getting back to your great work?
That's a full-time job with you. This court.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
When I allowed someone to take my place,
yeah.
they kind of messed it up some.
Of course.
I had to go back in and repair it.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm back in. That's why I brought it to the federal court.
And those are the steps.
Yeah,
Federal court,
which
and then
means that
it's that
I'm
process.
almost and for the most part, I was a little nervous about going to federal
I
court.
understand. I get
But
it.
they gave me, because I figured it was a local issue,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
should be a local matter in D.C. Superior. No, I can't.
Well,
do
you would
that.
think. You
Yeah,
would think
one
you're
would
supposed
think,
to be able
yeah,
to think that
yeah.
and believe that, but you now, this shows you that you truly can't believe in
No,
our
you
systems.
can't. You can't do that.
And they let us down all the time. On both sides, civil and criminal, they let us down a lot. And we grew up, in D.C.
I know.
watching this happen in real time. And the difference now is we have the power. Social media is very powerful, Mr.
Oh, I
Chief,
can
and I'm
tell.
sure- and if you keep this thing in people's face and relevant and get people on the bandwagon to help out as much as they can, whatever systems we can use. People need to know about this. They need to not forget this.
No, you can't.
You know what I mean?
can't.
Because it's surreal. Like I can't believe it. I can't
Well,
believe that happened.
The federal court is responsive.
Absolutely.
They're very responsive.
Absolutely.
Very. I got
I
you.
don't
that's
have a problem
encouraging.
with them.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem. I thought it would be the opposite.
Because the next level after federal court
Supreme.
is the Supreme Court.
If they don't rule right. If they don't
If
rule
they vote, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I sense that
that's encouraging.
something positive will come out of this.
Absolutely.
I
believe so.
sense.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, you're right. Supreme Court.
And which, yes.
Yeah, I can't let $340 million.
Nah.
Well, really, with interest, as of today, they owe me $380 million.
Because you know how that works. So you would have got the 340, then you would have had the option, right, to cash out something.
Yes.
So they just owe you all that now. Ain't no.
Yeah,
look,
well, yeah,
you know what I
that
mean?
Give me the whole
cash
thing.
out.
Yeah,
is-
yeah.
Give me the whole biscuit.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
well,
trust it anyway.
they ruined that.
Yeah.
They could have done something more
Absolutely.
sensitive to what happened, but
Yeah. Yeah.
but they
I mean, and did you get any compassion from?
no.
They playing coy.
No, in
Yeah.
the year 2024, the law firm that I had to take this case, they went massive media.
Okay. That's what they.
They went Channel 4,
That's right.
5,
That's right.
CBS, ABC. I was on all of them.
Absolutely.
And this year,
They
2025,
did the right thing.
your newscast is it.
Yeah.
You're the first of 2025.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that you all have the
Absolutely.
the foundation to
we
put
gon-
this out
we-
there,
we are putting it
or
out.
whatever you want to do.
No, we
But
putting
there's
this
no
out.
one in front of you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
putting this out.
But in 2024, when they announced what happened to me,
Yeah.
my life totally changed.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I couldn't go to a simple supermarket and shop.
Yeah.
The day after they announced me winning the lottery, I had people.
That's Mr.
that-
Cheeks.
well, not only that, I had women following me around the store. and
Yeah.
I had a little.
Hey, Mr.
I
Chief,
had a little.
You had the honeys on your
Oh,
They was on Mr. Cheeks.
oh, God help me.
Pretty Lou.
Had a little 80-year-old lady trying.
Yeah.
had a granny trying to get me.
Yeah.
And I said, look, like, I can't bring you to my mother.
You know,
What am I going to tell my mother about you?
I get that.
Yeah,
So,
man.
Mr. Cheeks, and we're really kind of rounding out of our episode. This has been very powerful, and I hope that our platform can be a place that allows you to close the business that's in front of you and get what belongs to you.
Right, what's rightfully yours.
I think something else I just want to share with you and express, and that is, 1 out of 500 million, and the experience that you had of seeing that number on that screen and it being numbers that you use from the legacy and from the loved ones that you have that put that together,
Oh, yes.
you will always be a winner.
Oh, yes.
That's right.
And nobody can take that away, whether or not it pays out or not. And even the things that you were doing prior to that, which was standing up for people who were in need, you're a winner, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And so I just want to encourage you. I know this was important to see you bring this home, but fighting a good fight, man, stay with that too.
Oh,
And
no, I'm
Mr.
not
Cheeks,
giving up.
Let people know where they can get your book, because people
Yeah.
need to
To
see.
read this, I want to read. I'm gonna read that myself.
Y'all got
Guaranteed.
that?
Where can people get your book, Mr. Cheeks?
They could find a copy online, Amazon, or either
Amazon.
Barnes and Noble.
Okay,
You can purchase them online.
absolutely. And this is part one.
Part
So
one,
You
yeah.
working on part two now?
Part two, we're
Okay.
And hopefully you'll have a part 2 that says, "This is what happens when you fight for justice."
Absolutely.
And you know you can show
well.
yourself. on the
I'm
beach.
gonna. I
Yeah,
might.
well, send us
drink with the straw and the-
tickets to the
the
after
umbrella.
party, man.
Yes.
We
You know
gonna
what I
be
mean?
there.
Yes.
We're gonna throw a bash.
Let us
Yeah,
go on
we're
the
gonna
top.
We're gonna go right over the southeast.
There you go.
Over at the big chair in that parking lot.
There you go.
We're gonna have a money bash.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
I think I'm gonna give out $1 million a day.
All right, there you go.
That's
a
Okay.
good start.
I love it.
No, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just to spread the love. You
There
know,
you
you know
go.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
gonna do little nice things.
Keep
Yeah,
it
we
even.
got
I
to
like
do
There
it.
you go.
Pay it forward.
I love
Yeah,
it.
that's a must.
We got to do
Yeah.
better. as
How
a
can I
city.
leave DC without,
Yeah.
Yeah.
putting something out? You have to.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Too
Absolutely.
many of us leave and don't want to give nothing.
Nah, man.
There you
I
go.
know.
And
I
the
know.
communities,
It's rough.
and the community feel it.
They say don't hide it, divide it. man.
There you go. There you
Don't
go.
bear it,
No
share it.
Don't waste it.
No
Let somebody
gatekeeping,
else
man.
taste
Hey,
it.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got it, though.
Yeah.
You know?
Ladies and gentlemen, John Conrad Cheeks.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Cheeks.
Mr. Cheeks.
Appreciate
Thank
you,
you,
brother.
sir.
Thank
Have
you
a
for
good
sharing
night,
your
y'all.
story.